And if Jameson Williams is out there officially full go, holy crap, what we could do to the Vikings secondary would be beautiful. Welcome back to an all-new episode here at Let's Talk Lions. Hey man, Minnesota is a good ball club. 10-2, obviously, they have proven themselves all year long. It's been this thing where it's like, oh, maybe, I don't know, I don't know. 10-2, man. Record speaks volumes, and they're doing it. Now, granted, looking at how Detroit has been playing specifically the last 5 weeks, not afraid of Minnesota. In fact, oddly enough, the Detroit Lions are favored in this game, which is wild to me. Absolutely wild that the Lions are favored here at home against a 10-2 club. Now, the Lions the last 5 weeks have been the momentum, the trajectory, everything Detroit has been doing offensively, defensively has been up, and up. So that in and of itself is friggin' exciting, to say the least. Now, when I look at Minnesota, basically what it's going to take to beat Minnesota is obviously you got to shut down Jefferson. Last week against the Jets, I believe he only had under 45 yards total. Against us earlier this year, Jeff Okudah and the boys in the secondary were able to hold Jefferson to 14 yards. Jeff Okudah is getting a lot of love from Lions fans. Okudah is getting a lot of love from us. On a national level, not so much. Haven't seen it. However, Okudah has been playing incredible ball this year. Okudah on Justin Jefferson, I'm feeling pretty dang safe. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about that. I think Okudah is going to be able to cover him the way he has been playing. Last week, you look at his stats. Over the last 3 weeks, you look at his stats. Okudah is playing high-caliber cornerback. He keeps that up going into this week. You can stun Minnesota. We can stun Minnesota here in Detroit. That's not even considering Jerry Jacobs and his ball play, how he has been on the field. Jacobs stepping up huge in a way that Amani Oruwariye has not this year. You look at the Vikings against the Jets, their secondary could not seem to get it done. And if our offense, if Goff has the type of week that he had last week against Jacksonville, against that secondary, the Vikings secondary, Lions gonna put up big points.
Zuzu's pedals. Zuzu. There they are!
So you look at that, you look at the Vikings pass defense against the Jets, they were pretty bad. And if Goff has the type of day that he had against Jacksonville, once again, don't want to look at it like it's straight up in an echo chamber. However, the Vikings pass defense hasn't been awesome this year. Our offense is rolling right now. They have been really for the last 5 weeks looking phenomenal. Goff looking great. Amon Ra St. coming into his, he's already been in and of his own. I think Rich Eisen put out that Amon Ra St. is a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL in his opinion. So in that regard, if this Lions offense can continue to roll, Goff look as good as he did last week, 340 yards, 21 first downs just on Goff alone. Amon Ra St. last 2 weeks, phenomenal weeks, putting up huge stats. You keep that going, and now you add in Jameson Williams against this pass defense. There's no reason that this offense shouldn't roll against Minnesota. Then it really comes down to that D-line being able to contain Cook. Can we shut down Dalvin Cook, shut down the run? That's somewhere that we have struggled all season long. However, these young guys, seeing James Houston out there really growing, getting better, by Hutchinson, who's having a great year, Lions can win this game, should win this game. I mean, the betting line is in our favor against a 10-2 squad. It does show where the momentum is rolling here in Detroit.
I haven't taken leave of my senses, Bob. I've come to them.
You know, we got a home game now, and then we play the Jets next week at MetLife, and then I believe we're at Carolina, come back for Chicago, and then away at Lambeau. But yeah, man, I think we can do it. Think we could do it. It's going to be fun. That's for sure. Last home game for a couple weeks. So that is it. Okay.